All right. Have you ever gone into the doctor and felt terrible? And he comes back and says, nothing wrong with you. The labs are normal. And then you're just like, wait a minute. Yeah, there was something wrong with me. I don't feel good. So Deb is here to share her story. She was taking care of her husband who was quite ill, and the stress was really getting to her. She'd been taking care of him for several years. She is also a retired nurse of 40 years, a critical care nurse and an integrative nutrition coach. So she knew all about nutrition and everything. She knew how to take care of herself, but the stress of caregiving really taken a toll on her. She has a really powerful message about stress and about seeking other answers when your doctor says, nothing wrong with you. So, Deb, thanks for being here with me today. So, give us a little bit of background. When you walked into that office and gave you that news, like what went on in your brain at that point?
Well, I mean, for one thing, it was difficult to get out of the house and go to the appointment because it was 2020 and the global health crisis was going on. So I was on my own. I had to work hard to get someone to come in the house and stay with my husband so I could even go to the appointment. And then had all the blood work done, told him all my symptoms, which were enormous, a big list, just chronic widespread muscle pain, terrible brain fog, couldn't focus, couldn't concentrate, couldn't remember, couldn't sleep, had terrible energy, very anxious, just feeling like I was at the end of my road because of chronic stress that had progressed into chronic widespread inflammation. So I went in there and he did routine blood work and then called me 3 days later to tell me the great news. And that was that everything's perfectly normal and there's nothing wrong with you. And in that moment, I hung up the phone and had never felt so hopeless and so just like I have no idea where to turn at this point. I know I'm not crazy. He thinks I'm crazy now, but I know I'm not crazy. So I had to just seek out some other options, which I didn't do a good job of until about 3 days later when some friends who were very well versed in alternative therapies and functional medicine actually reached out and were super concerned about me. They knew that I was really struggling. So I think, I did not quit. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I had a period of time when I was having to just kind of get grounded again. And then I called it my miracle moment when these people just called me and said, we're coming over with our masks. We'll come in the back door.
What was their message? What was the information that they wanted you to have?
As a retired critical care nurse, I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew a lot. I knew how to take care of really sick people, and I knew I was a really sick person at that point. But I did not understand the gravity of rocking along with chronic stress and just thinking that's just the way life is. And it is for lots of people, and you can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. But I didn't understand that when it morphs into chronic widespread inflammation, that is the big bad wolf. The chronic widespread inflammation is the game changer. And that had happened to me. I was living that nightmare. I didn't understand. And I didn't understand that the solution was to fix the gut. I knew a lot about the body, but I didn't know how critical gut health was, that it truly is the foundation of all things physical and mental health. And it's the boss. They enlightened me that it sounds crazy, but this is where we have to start. We have to start with your gut. And the ripple effect of that is going to get you feeling better, get the inflammation down, get the stress resilience built up, and you're going to have some hope again.
That's amazing. It sounds so simple, right? But but it's true. And all that I've learned over these years, being with the mental wellness company now for 7 years, the gut is like the motherboard. And the stress that people are under, they don't fully grasp the physical and mental implications of that. So can you talk a little bit more about that? Because we know this stress is not going away. So what can we do to build our stress resilience and our ability to just keep it together?
Well, you have to find a way to fix your gut. And most people have no idea how to do that until the cortisol is down and the inflammation starts to come down. The symptoms are going to rage on. And I tell people, you don't want to be sitting in your doctor's office next time around being told that you have a terminal illness or some sort of major chronic illness complication that you may not ever recover from. And that's waiting just around the corner if you don't find a way to build up some serious stress resilience. So, that's why we need people who are knowledgeable about that. But even some Western medicine practitioners have actually embraced that and said, yeah, there's a whole lot more than just what we're doing. There's a whole lot more than just routine lab work. And you have to keep trying. You have to keep seeking out practitioners who know about that. And it's not always easy.
There's a whole
I was
fortunate than treating symptoms, right? You got to get to the root. Yeah. So
you have to get to the cause.
So as a retired nurse, like 40 years, that's a long time. So you partnered with the mental wellness company, and you are now a certified mental wellness coach as well as a certified IIN coach. So is this where you start with your clients? You're just like, let's get to the root. Let's give you targeted probiotics. Can you talk a little bit about, like everybody thinks, yeah, just take a probiotic. Can you talk a little bit more in depth about that and how important it is to choose the right one?
Well, it's not enough just to take a probiotic. I tell people you need to know the specific strain. So I tell people, yes, it's good to go to the health food store and get some probiotics, but you must know the specific strain. So you just pick a bottle up off the shelf, look at the ingredients list. There should be big, long words, and the end of each one of those should be numbers and letters, and that is the specific strain. So you Google it. Just get your smartphone out right there in the health food store, type in the word and the numbers and letters, and Google it, and it will tell you what effect that specific strain will have on your body. Well, there's 3 specific strains, and they're part of a particular drink that I put my clients on. And I tell them we have to fix your gut first. The gut's the foundation of all things physical health and mental health. If we don't fix that first, nothing else that I have to offer you in my entire plan will work. We have to fix your gut first. That will help you feel better because it'll balance out your feel-good neurotransmitters, reduce cortisol, increase neurotransmitters like GABA, which help promote stress resilience. There's also specific prebiotics in it that are going to help nourish your healthy bacteria back up to a normal level, help you feel better. And then there's also amino acids in it that are going to help you feel better as well. That we have to get the gut fixed. And I know that I can't use certain words that make it sound like this is that anything that I'm offering, which is all straight from Mother Nature, by the way, is meant to fix or treat or prevent or diagnose any disease. It's all meant to help people feel better. And when you feel better, you can do better. Mm-hmm. So then we launch into my Move, Eat, Sleep program. And there's not just one magic little thing. You have to do baby step lifestyle changes and stack those on top of each other. So then you ultimately are anchoring in lasting and meaningful daily habits. So moving your body, switching up your diet, making healthier choices, and making sleep your superpower. The Move, Eat, Sleep program is where the rubber really meets the road. And when we anchor in those changes that feeling better and doing better has allowed you to start to enjoy.
I love it. I love it. It's never one thing. But I also found like once you start at the root and you do start feeling better, then you make better choices. When you start feeling better, even if it's just a little bit, you're like, oh, I feel a little bit better. I'm going to go take a walk, or I'm not going to eat that. I feel like I want to have this instead, something that's healthier. Like it just starts gives you a great trajectory towards better health, both physical and mental, as you go. So thank you so much, Deb. Any last words?
My main message to people is just never, ever, ever give up. Never give up.
Yes.
You're the only person who will never leave you. No one's coming to take care of you. You have to advocate for yourself, especially in today's healthcare climate. You have to advocate for yourself. So never give up hope. There's always hope.
That's perfect. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good day, everybody.
You're welcome.